Jesus was designated by God the Father a high priest after the order of Melchizedek, not after the order of Aaron. And see, right, this, when he says that, if you're a Christian, right, that should be something that you're excited about. Jesus is a high priest after the order of Melchizedek. It might make you want to shout. But there's a problem. He says in verse 11, about this we have much to say, and it's hard to explain. He says, there's a lot that I have to say about Jesus as a high priest after the order of Melchizedek. Why is there much for him to say? Because it's important for the Christian life. If you're going to grow and thrive as a Christian, you need to understand who Jesus is and what he's doing. He's going to spend chapters 7 through 10, all 3 chapters, fleshing out Jesus' high priesthood. But first, he says here, it's hard for me to explain this to you. Why is it hard to explain? Is it because, is it because this is some, deep knowledge that only Christians with a high IQ can understand? Or is it because this is some, secret revelation that only the upper echelon in the faith can grasp? Like Frank was talking about last week, the Gnostics, some secret knowledge? No. He says this is hard to explain because you're going deaf. You've become dull of hearing. You have immature ears. Instead of progressing in the faith, you're actually regressing in the faith. You no longer even try to understand the gospel. You've become lazy. Here's an image of what he's talking about. It's like he's telling them about the gospel and the good news, and they're doing this. La, 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 can't hear you. La, la, can't. Are you serious, right? But why? Because what they are listening to is false doctrine. What they are listening to is false teaching. They're listening to the things that are not true about Jesus. The reason that they're listening to this false doctrine is the most popular reason there is for embracing false doctrine, and that is to make things easier on themselves. To relieve the pressure of ridicule and persecution. And the pastor is saying that embracing false doctrine is just like the immature kid who sticks his fingers in his ears and refuses to listen.